Welcome back to part 2, miner setup and configuration. Now this miner offers a super simple setup. I'm going to go step by step through every menu so that if you have any configuration issues or you have any questions, hopefully this video can answer those questions for you. Whether you're new to mining or you're a seasoned pro, you're going to be able to appreciate the ease of use of this software. Let's dig into the good stuff right now. Alright guys, let's get right into it and launch the software. Checking for new coins or large hot tubs. Gotta love the sense of humor. Definitely appreciate that. As you can see, this thing is loaded with little features, and I have done no setup. All I did was install, just like you saw in the last video, the software package, and it came up, it auto-detected the cards, and it's reading the information from the cards. Super cool. Something else neat is that it uses whattomine.com, and if you've been in the industry for a little while or you've been around mining for a while, you've probably heard of the website. If you want to, you can click that and take a look at it, but it is basically a mining profitability calculator. You can get on there and play with that if you'd like, but basically what it does is tells me the most profitable coins that I can be mining. And that's going to become really important here in a little bit when I start talking about some of the timed mining and schedule and profit settings. Another neat feature here is that it does pull in information from the card. Now, the AMD cards, I've noticed the information is a little bit off. The NVIDIA cards, from what I've tested at the wall and what this displays, is pretty accurate. You can see current speed here. Can actually click on individual fields and see a larger output right here. I can actually see this information larger if I want. I can make this full screen, whatever. Just a lot of neat little gadgets. And I'm going to go through all of this after I go through the settings tab because we have to set this stuff up before we can actually use these additional features. Obviously, this is your log screen here, so you can see log messages as they come across. Last but not least is the huge start button in the middle. So once you get this thing set up, it is so simple that if you are manually starting it, if you actually do not want to auto start it on startup of Windows, which you have that ability, which I'll show you in a moment, you simply open the program and click the big start button. Super simple. Like I said, you don't have to be an expert, and this is a tremendous program for both people that have never mined before or new to mining and people that have been around the space a while like myself. This is super simple. If you've messed with this stuff long enough, you know any amount of time that you can save is worth its weight in gold. So the easier you can make things in your life when it comes to mining, the better off you are. Alright, let's go into the settings. Huge help here. Backup and a restore feature. Alright, so what it's doing is telling me if I want to back it up, it's going to put these files, the backup files, in this location. So I know where this folder is. It's in my documents, and then AIOMiner, and then under backup. So I'm going to bring this over a little bit. Move this out of the way so you can see it. And when you are done configuring this miner, I want you to come back to this initial setting up here and click Backup. And as you can see, backup is complete. One click. That's it, guys. If you ever need to restore your settings, in other words, after you take the time to put in all your pool information, your wallet information, all that stuff, you don't want to have to go through and do that multiple times. Or maybe you have multiple rigs that you want to do the same thing. You can copy and paste these files into this directory location on your different miners. It's excellent, excellent. If you wanted to restore, you just click Restore. Restore has been complete. So basically you would input these files into a thumb drive, stick that thumb drive into another miner, and then import these files into this backup location in this directory and click Restore, and now your miner on the new equipment has the same configuration as your other mining rig. Super, super cool feature here, guys. All right. Coin price display. As you can see here at the bottom, you have a ticker tape, essentially, and you can change the currency to display. Euros, British pounds. You can change the speed, the size. I can disable this if I don't want to see it. Or click Enable. I can change the coins that I want to see. Let's add ETN, Electronium, and let's press Test. And it shows green. So if I want this to show up, I can wait a few moments, or I can close this out, close the program out, restart the program, and then go back to coin price display, and you can see it's already there. And the price is being displayed at the bottom. That way you can keep up with all of your coins that you're interested in one single pane of glass. All right, idle settings. Now, basically what this allows you to do is if you're using this on a, let's say a gaming rig or a computer that you don't use 24/7, you can actually mine in it when or during your off time, or when you're away from the computer. It will automatically start mining after it sees an idle time or a low CPU usage, a low resource usage of whatever time frame you use. Here is 300 seconds. You can put this at whatever you want, and it will automatically start to mine. And to enable that, you're going to click Idle Mine. All right, online settings. Now, for this, and this is the reason why in the first video we had to go create an account. If you want to be able to control this rig, here is where you do it. So I'm going to have to go into my account and grab the API key, and then give the miner a specific rig name so I know whatever naming convention I want to use, which rig that I'm looking at online. All right, so under Profile, you want to copy your API key and then paste it into that spot, and then give your rig a name, and then hit Save. Settings are saved, and then Enable. Exit. All right, it's very important to note that the reason why I blacked the API key out is you don't want to give that information to anybody, because then they have a level of control over your mining rigs. They can take your information. Okay, so don't share that API key with anybody or share it online or anything like that. No one else needs to see that. That's specifically for you to install in your AIO Miner program. All right, next setting, restart settings. Now this is a really slick feature. It allows you to restart the miner itself or restart the mining rig. So up here, restart mining, restart machine after 5 mining failures. You can change that, obviously. Never reboot on mining failure. So that's check marked. If you wanted to use this stuff below, then you would unselect this, okay? Just like I did. If you don't want to use this feature, keep that selected. Check internet connection on mining failure before reboot. We will ping google.com. So basically what this feature allows you to do is make sure that the pool didn't go down, or the pool is not having issues, or you're having an internet connection problem. If you're having an internet connection problem, then it will not reboot the mining rig or the miner itself, because it knows that there's an internet problem. So there's no reason to reboot it. You want to keep it up so when the internet comes back up, you're ready to go. You can automatically restart the mining, or you can restart the machine every 12 or 24 hours. Really cool feature. Schedule settings. Alright, so this is a really neat feature that will allow you, once your pool and coin settings have been set up, which we're about to go through, is you can do the most profitable coin on your list over here. It will actually change to whatever is the most profitable at that time on that day. All right. Right now, we only have most profitable and donate set up because we have not configured our pool coin settings yet. So you're going to want to complete this after you've set up your pool coin settings. And just remember to click Save, and then you can exit out. Timed mining settings. So you can mine, let's say that your electric company gives you a discount on the weekends or free electricity after 9 o'clock at night to 6 o'clock in the morning. If you want to, you can enable the miner to only mine during those times. Again, super cool feature. Hit Save and exit. Update settings. Alright, so I would recommend leaving this check marked. Check for new pool coins at start. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and click check for new miner. Check for new miner applications now. Then you can do check for new pools coins now. And that's just updating what I have, okay? If you have, when you start the program up, if you have a miner that has been updated or an update has been pushed out, it automatically goes and checks to see if there's updates. It'll have a little red banner here. You click on it and allow it to update. Alright, video card settings. Go to Review My Cards. Now, you can see here, this is only a 2-card mining, what I call my test rig, where I do most of my videos on. I have Radeon RX Vega cards, and for right now, it looks like it does not pull in the AMD information. It'll give you, obviously you can see here, your GPU speed, your memory speed, the driver that you're using, your fan speed, all that pertinent information, the BIOS information. It does work with NVIDIA, and it may work with other AMD cards, but I have an assortment of NVIDIA mining rigs or mining equipment and AMD Vega 56 and 64 mining rigs, so I'm unable to verify anything else. If you do have one of these cards that work, this feature works, then by all means leave me a comment below. Third-party applications. Here's a neat one. If you have the 1080 or the 1080 Ti, you can enable the ETH enlargement pill directly through this mining program. Again, really neat feature. Alright, so here's the important one, and it may be a little intimidating if this is the first time you've set up a pool or anything like that, but let's go through it really quick. It's really not that difficult. Alright, so as you can see in this drop down list, there are absolutely a ton of different coins that are supported. And remember in the first video when I said this was a community driven coin, if you'd like additional coins added or pool support, you can reach out through the Discord channel to the developers and request those new coins or pools to be added. This is tremendous. I've yet to see another list of any kind of an all-in-one miner to have this many coins on it. So let's just let's do BitTube. Mine some tube coins. All right. It automatically pulls up the correct algorithm, which is a Kryptonite Saber algorithm. Now what I want to do is add a new pool. Okay. So what I want to do is give this a pool name, fill in the IP address or the DNS, fully qualified domain name, the port, the wallet address, and then a password if it's required. Because this mining rig has had another miner on it before, I'm going to go ahead and pull the information that I need out of another file. Alright, bring this down here, resize this. Alright, so the pool name, you can name it whatever you want, but I'm going to name it after the actual pool that I'm going to be using. Okay, now right here there's a couple different options. You can use the IP address if you'd like, or what's called the fully qualified domain name, FQDN. Okay, this is what you would normally put in here, would be this, but if you wanted to see the IP address, you could bring up a command prompt, and because I am firewalled off, I do not allow that stuff on my network, so I'm bringing in a command prompt from another machine. I'm going to put ns lookup and then copy and paste that into place. Press enter. Alright, so now it gives me the actual IP address through a domain name service. Again, not important for this video, but if I wanted to, I can copy that down and put that in its place. Now, guys, here's a little bit of a caveat. Sometimes IP addresses change, so my recommendation would always be to use the FQDN, the fully qualified domain name. Other than that, geolocation, a lot of these mining pools use a GeoDNS, and again, completely out of scope of this video, but I would just always try to use the actual name, okay, instead of the IP address. I see here that according to my information, I need to use the following port. So put that port in, and then I'm going to grab my wallet address, and this pool does not require a password, so you can leave that blank or you can put a password in. Doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and just put an X in, okay? And then I'm going to click primary pool. Now what that means is after I add this, I can put a backup pool in place for it to mine to if the primary pool goes down. Again, all the redundancy that this miner offers, a lot of your other mining programs by themselves do not offer. So this is a great benefit, great feature. Let's test pool. It's going to test it. We've got a green on the port status and a green on the API status. If you're having an issue, you're going to see a red. One more second, and it passed. That means that is a good connection, and we can mine to that pool. So I'm going to hit exit, and now, very important here, save. I saved your new pool. So now, if I want to mine BitTube, I can just select that in our drop-down menu, and it's going to mine directly to this US mining pool. Now, if I wanted to add an additional pool, I could do that here. Just leave the primary pool unchecked, okay? So as you can see, now BitTube is in our drop-down menu. I can go back to schedule settings. Now you can see BitTube is selectable. So you can go back here and select all the coins that you're interested in and go ahead and set them up. Put all your information in, your wallet address, your pool, and your port number. And you can have that available so that you can simply, whenever you want to, you can stop the miner on one coin, select a new coin, and start it. Or, again, you can do that automatically in the settings. All right, if I wanted to benchmark my mining rig, I can do so here. I can click test, and we're going to benchmark the CN Saber for BitTube. All right, this test is 180 seconds long. As you can see, there is a timer counting down right here. I'll come back after it's complete. All right, so you can see the benchmark is completed. The hash rate is a little low. Now, I do want to talk about that. One, you can use a third-party program to overclock and undervolt the cards, such as MSI Afterburner. But one other thing to note is if we go back to the programs, the only thing available is XMRig AMD 281. Now, remember I said this is community driven, so if there's another miner that you would prefer or that maybe has a different hash rate or a better hash rate or that works with the specific driver set that you have on your mining rig, you can submit that and hopefully it will get added. Alright, some more under Windows settings. Auto login on boot. You can put in your password, if it's password enabled, your mining rig, so that whenever the computer reboots, it can auto log itself in. All right. Go to Start All-in-One on boot, so it will automatically start the program after the computer boots into Windows. So you can use these two in conjunction so that if a power loss occurs or the miner has to reboot for whatever reason, it automatically starts. Alright, so the help menu. Here is a direct link to the Discord page, Reddit support, report an issue, the welcome screen. All this does is brings up your welcome screen, whatever you want to start with, version info under about, and then the big one. And I'm going to talk about this in a little more depth in video number 3, donate to AIO Miner. Remember guys, this is a community-driven, zero-fee program. So everybody that's working on this project, if you try to put yourself in their shoes, obviously they're doing this because they love the work, they love the community, they love the interaction, but eventually you want to start making a little bit of money for your efforts. So I think it's really important that this be a consideration that you make if you're going to use this mining program. And all that's left is to start mining. So we're going to go to what we set up and select BitTube, and then very simply press the big start button, and that's it. You are fully versed with the AIO Miner program. In the next video, we will go over the command center, or the command and control center as I like to call it, on your online account so that you can manage all of your rigs from a single location. Look forward to seeing you in the next video, guys. I'll talk to you next time.